Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Denise. Today we're actually going to be talking about the Stephanie Sue and Nikocado Avocado drama. So if you don't know what happened, about a year ago there was a drama between Veronica Wang, another mukbanger, Stephanie Sue, and Nikocado Avocado, and I believe it was Shukbang. There was like a copyright strike and a bunch of stuff like that. And there's just like a little bit of drama. So according to Stephanie, I'm going to go in order of just the release of the videos. Stephanie released her video and she said that, I don't know, a few months later, Nick reached out to her to collab, and she felt like it would be really uncomfortable for them to collab at that time just because of the drama that had just happened. Like, it was just still too fresh. So she declined, and I'm not sure if he asked again and she declined, or if they just decided to hang out, but they decided to hang out. And after that, they became friends, I guess, and she started to trust him, and they decided a year later that they were going to be collabing. And during this collab, while they were on their way to collab, Nick told her that they were going to be talking about the Veronica Wang situation, and she basically said, no, we're not. So then he said, I guess he said okay, he was just really upset about it. So then they are in the middle of collabing, and he just starts bringing things up because she had told him, like, as a friend what happened, but she didn't want to talk about it on the channel. As I said, they had become friends prior to this collab. So she told him as a friend what happened, and he used that as like bait to kind of bring it up in his mukbang, in like their collab. So while they were collabing, he started hinting at things that happened between her and Veronica so that she would come out and say what really happened when she said she didn't want to talk about this. So after that, and these collabs also involved another mukbanger named Zach Choi ASMR, I believe. So he was there also. And after these collabs, so I believe they said they filmed like 3 videos. So after that, she left, and she felt so uncomfortable having been there, and the way he just kept bringing this stuff up, and he just kept making her feel uncomfortable. So she was actually having like just, I guess, panic attacks or anxiety attacks. I'm not really sure, but she was just freaking out because she didn't know what to do, and every time he would text her, she would freak out because she didn't want to go back and collab. So a few hours after their collab was even supposed to start, she texted him and canceled because she didn't feel well. Now, Nick didn't really like this, and immediately after she texted him, he started saying that he was going to expose her, and he started saying this on his Instagram stories. And he also that same night posted, or I'm not sure if it was the same night, but he was posting stories because she had texted him that the reason that she didn't want to collab anymore was because she was just really tired because she had been in and out of sleep. So he posted on his Instagram stories like him and his friends all making jokes about it, and just like this whole in and out of sleep thing. And so she kind of felt attacked because not only was he talking about it, but there was like 3 or 4 other people talking about it in the YouTube community, and they were all obviously on his side. So it made her feel really lonely, and he also threatened to expose her. He then uploaded a video called Exposing a YouTuber. And so she felt like there was nothing she could do. She didn't know what he was going to say, because he also said he had like voice recordings and stuff like that. And she saw on her home video that he was taking pictures of her home. So she didn't know what to expect, and she was really scared. So she uploaded her video that says all of this. So then Nick posts on his Instagram stories that he is going to have a response video, but it has to wait because he's like stuck in an airport. So that's understandable, completely makes sense. But then for like a whole week, he doesn't post. And during that week, Stephanie wasn't posting because she just wasn't feeling up to it. And she has 2 channels that she posts to. So she wasn't posting, and then he was just posting regular mukbangs. He wasn't responding to it or anything. Like, he was kind of using clickbaity titles. Like, there was one called I'm Not Okay, and just things like that, where it seemed like he was going to acknowledge the situation and talk about it, and then he just wouldn't. It was just like a normal mukbang. So then Stephanie's like, okay, I'm okay, and starts resuming to her normal upload schedule. So as soon as Stephanie starts resuming to her normal upload schedule, that's when Nick decides to release his video. And now his video has a few receipts. I think he only has one receipt that's like valid, and even then it's not even completely valid. Like, it still shows that he was wrong. But anyway, the only two things that I can agree with Nick on are the fact that Stephanie started her video with the security footage of her having an attack and her fiance like consoling her. I didn't feel like she had to put that at the beginning of the video. I understand that her editing style is that she puts things at the beginning of the video so you can watch through and see what that means. But in this kind of video, I really felt like that was unnecessary. And the other thing was his receipts that are like 50%, like not even, they're like 5%, okay? So the thing is that he has text messages from Stephanie saying that she wanted to do a Shane Dawson style documentary on the drama and between her, Nick, and Veronica Wang, and how they've grown from it and what's going on in their lives a year later, basically. So she had to talk to Veronica about it, and that's what was in the text. So the thing is that Stephanie left that out, and I understand why Stephanie left that out, because had she put that in, people might be less sympathetic. Now, I understand that you are allowed to change your mind at any point, but some people might not. Some people feel like if you say something, and it's people like Nick who feel like you're not allowed to change your mind. If you say something, they're holding you to it. But she never said that she wanted to talk about Veronica without Veronica being there, and I feel like he manipulated her words. So I can understand why Stephanie didn't put that in her video, but it made her look bad. It really did. And that's why people turned against her. But if you really looked at the receipts, you would see that she said she wanted to be with Veronica in that video. There was no idea of making a video talking about the drama and not including Veronica. So that's where I disagree with Nick completely. So that's why his receipts are like 5%. Like, okay, you brought something to our attention that Stephanie kept away, but you're still not right. So Stephanie said that because so then I'm not even going to get to Stephanie's second video yet. We're still talking about Nick's. So then his other receipts are just his friends talking badly about Stephanie. And I don't think that he added those in so he could have receipts. I think he added those in so that Stephanie could see them, so that Stephanie could see, like, look, my friends are talking about you. We all don't like you. And he made it a point to say in that video, I never liked Stephanie. I just collabed with her because it's a business. But the weird thing was, I believe it was in his receipts, I believe his friend Hyuni, I believe that's how you say her name, said she didn't like Stephanie Sue because Stephanie didn't want to like collab and also be friends. Stephanie just wanted to collab as like a business transaction instead of like, oh, let's be friends. So I just don't understand why it's okay for Nick to collab with someone he never liked, supposedly, according to him, but it's not okay for Stephanie to only collab for business purposes. So I thought that was just like a little bit shady. And it's so crazy to me because no one has even brought this up. Everybody keeps thinking like this is just like a setup collab, but no, Nick literally went to Stephanie became her friend, won her trust, was invited into her home, and then betrayed her. Everybody keeps saying, like, don't just let anybody in your home. You don't have to collab with everybody. And I agree. Like, that's true. But Stephanie thought that they were friends. Stephanie believed that they were friends. Stephanie said that she trusted him. So they collabed because she thought they were friends. She doesn't have a habit of letting random people into her home. This was the first time that she had, like, well, I don't know about all her other homes, but her home that she just bought, he was the first person for her to collab with in her home. So this wasn't just a random person that she decided to collab with. She believed that this was her friend. And I want to make that clear because I feel like a lot of people are missing that. She believed that Nick was her friend. He manipulated her into thinking that he was her friend so she could spill the tea on Veronica. That's what I believe. And then, okay, so I think I'm done with his video. And he also said, because I'm going to bring these up later on. But he also said that as soon as he got that, the reason that he was like taking pictures or whatever, so that he was taking pictures, but it was with her consent, and it was because she was like, oh my gosh, like as soon as they got there, she gave him like a grand tour of her home and was like, guess how much this was, and guess how much this was. And the reason I don't believe that, or no, okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna get to that. But he said that. And he also, in his receipts, he showed messages about him and his friends talking about like her sponsorships and just things like that. And then I did bring up the Hyuni thing where Hyuni felt like Hyuni said she didn't like Stephanie because she only wanted to come out for business purposes. And then his whole thing about her making merch, he brought that up. Okay, so to talk about all of that, the merch that she made, the In and Out of Sleep merch, she said it in her first video. This is the thing. I feel like he didn't even really watch her video. I think he just like was like, oh, she said this, this, and this. Let me just say this, this, and this, and bring up a bunch of other stuff that's irrelevant, and then call it a day. Like, because he knew he was gonna be lying. So anyway, she made her In and Out of Sleep merch because she was being bullied, and all of the proceeds to that are going to bullying. And the reason it was made so quickly was because her fans designed it. So I mean, literally it could have been like, I watched the video and I sent her a design and she decided to use it. So, and then he said it was because also her merch was on sale, which I can attest that her merch had already been on sale because I had been looking at it prior to even Christmas. Her merch was already on sale, and she proved that she was already in like a commitment with Fanjoy to have her stuff on sale for a certain amount of time. So then, and now I'm on her video. So she also brought her fiance on at the beginning of the video, which leads me to way other suspicious things, because her fiance at the beginning of the video talks about how one day that day, I'm assuming, they were all eating together, and Nick was FaceTiming Orlin and said, look what we're eating. So he flipped the camera from front-facing camera to like rear-facing camera to show him the food, but he left the camera on Stephanie's fiance's face for a few seconds. Now, the reason that's weird is because Stephanie doesn't show her fiance in videos. That's due to his own privacy reasons. He doesn't want to be seen. So I believe that he left the camera on him so Orlin could look at him, maybe take a screenshot, who knows. So then when Stephanie's fiance saw that, he felt like it would be weird to be like, hey, what are you doing? And then he could easily be like, sorry, it was an accident, So he just went over there and introduced himself. And I just felt like that was weird, because if he didn't have sneaky intentions, he shouldn't have done it so sneakily. He could have been like, Orlin, my boyfriend. I don't know what they are, but you know, Orlin meet Stephanie's fiance, look okay, whatever, you know. But the fact that he had to like do it like, oh look, is pretty shady. Like there's a difference, you know. So anyway, she talked about that, and then she talked about how he said that she was just showing off her house to him. And the reason that I don't believe that is because she also came with receipts about how he's talked about her house multiple times in his mukbangs where he's by himself. So he brought up her oven, how it has like 5 ovens or something, and he's like, who needs that? And I watched Stephanie's house tour, and I didn't even notice that she had 5 ovens. That's not even something that stood out to me. So I just think it's really weird that he's like, oh my god, she has 5 ovens. So he's always talking about her house. And then in their collab, he said that she would be the one to be killed first because she's the richest. Like, I feel like he has like some sort of jealousy about the things that she has, because I think she also has more subscribers than him. I believe she has almost 2 million on her main channel and almost 1 million on her vlog channel. So she has a lot of subscribers, and I think he only has 500k on his main channel, and then on his like Nikocado 2 and 3 he has less. So I feel like he's just a little bit jealous of all that she has, because I mean, she has all the subscribers, which I'm referring to, like, because she has all these subscribers, she obviously gets all these views and, you know, a lot of money. But also her husband, or her fiance is successful, and he was successful before her YouTube channel even blew up. So he can also, like, he also has a lot of money, and so together they have a lot of money. And I think that's something that Nikocado is jealous of. And this is just me like theorizing, because this is just what it seems like. It seems like he's kind of like, well, why does she get all the sponsorships? She has money, she doesn't need it, you know? Like, why this? Like, why not? He seems like a why not me type of guy, you know, guy. But anyway, so there was a few like blatant lies also in his video that she debunked. Was the fact that he was saying that he and Zach said that she was trying to push herself into the collab between them two so that she could get more views. And she showed messages of Zach saying, but it was my idea. Like, it was my idea for all 3 of us to collab, not Stephanie's. Like, Zach kept saying, it was my idea, it was my idea. And Nick was kind of like getting mad at him for saying that. Like, and then he lied about the chicken leg thing, where in his video he said that that she was gonna go for the last chicken leg, and they were gonna give each other like a funny look, and then in the end Stephanie decided to just look away and pretend she didn't know what was going on while Nick was looking at her funny. But she provided receipts of the uncut footage where he literally just tells her eat it, and then so she eats it, and then he looks at her funny. Then when they're about to turn the camera off, he's like, I just got you so many comments because I looked at you funny while you were grabbing the last piece of chicken. So it showed that he lied. Like, he lied. So then he starts posting like just, I don't know, a bunch of weird stuff. And then he posts that he's not sorry. And I think everybody just gets really mad because he keeps saying, like, I'm not sorry, like, I don't care, I'm not sorry for what? And, like, at this point, I think he's just doing it for the views, because then he made another video called I'm sorry, and I apologize, or whatever, and he's apologizing to literally everything. So he's making a point to say, like, I'm gonna apologize to everything and anything except for Stephanie. And I think at this point, he's doing it for views, and I think at the beginning, this was always all for views for him, like, not for Stephanie. Well, obviously, you know, collab is for views, but he always wanted to spark up drama for the views. He wanted to use her to expose Veronica Wang for the views, but when he couldn't get that, he decided, well, then I'm going to expose Stephanie for the views. But then Stephanie expose him, and now he's like, well, I'm just gonna capitalize off of it and keep bringing it up and keep bringing it up, because Stephanie has already said that she is going to be taking legal action because he did post her security footage on the internet for thousands, if not millions, of people to see, and she hasn't talked about him since. She hasn't mentioned it since, you know, other than the occasional, like, I'm doing better today, guys. And he's still talking about it, and he's still talking about her. And I feel like he's just dragging this out for views. And then here comes good old Trisha Paytas, of course, who other than her. Oh my god, she is, like, the thing is that Nikocado really made me mad, but then when Trisha Paytas got into this, it really pissed me off. Like, she really, because the thing is, the difference between all of them is that I heard about Stephanie Sue through someone saying how great of a mukbanger she is, how great her videos are. I heard through Nikocado and Trisha Paytas through drama. And I guess that's how you can really tell, like, how a person is. So last year, if you don't remember, Nick put out a video that Trisha was mean to him, basically. That she ghosted him, and then after that kind of bullied him and then pretended not to know who he was and stuff. And then Trisha came out with a video called Why I'm Scared of Nikocado Avocado. So Stephanie did copy that title. But anyway, nobody believed Trisha when this happened. And Trisha recently made a video that literally said, like, nobody believed me when I made my video about Nick, and what the heck, you know. But now that Stephanie's making this video, everybody believes her, la la la, whatever. So I think she's jealous too. I think so many people are jealous of Stephanie because she's gone this far just being herself, and she doesn't have to put on this persona of being anybody else or do anything crazy to get views, because people just love her anyway. And I think they all feel like they have to do that in order to get views, because, and that's just how I feel, okay? Because Trisha in her video said, when I said this, nobody believed me. And now that Stephanie's saying it, everybody believes her. So I think she's jealous because nobody took her seriously, and her story was probably true. Nick probably did something that made her really uncomfortable, and Trish probably didn't feel comfortable to collab with him, but because she's the troll of YouTube, she's the biggest troll of YouTube, and she's basically, you know, the boy who cried wolf. No one believed her, and so she was kind of made to be his friend because she looked like a bad guy. And now that people are realizing, oh shoot, Nick really is a bad guy, now she's his friend, and now she has to deal with being friends with someone that she's probably still scared of. I feel like she's still scared of him, and she just continues to be his friend because she doesn't know what to do, because the public kind of made her be his friend because they didn't believe her. And that sucks for her, it really does. But I mean, she brought it on herself. She just lies so much that it's hard to believe her when something happens that's real, you know. But then I think that the only reason she had no reason to insert herself into this drama other than the fact that Nick added her in the in and out of sleep post that he put on Instagram. She really didn't have to insert herself. She could have just said, I didn't even know. Like, she did. I think she said, I didn't know about this joke. He just tagged me. Which is weird, but okay. Like, I guess. Like, some people are weird like that. He might have just tagged her. But anyway, she, in the same week, started dating John Hill. Like, hooking, or whatever. She, like, posted about John Hill. And she didn't get the reaction she wanted. People talked about it, but it was just, like, whatever. And Jaclyn Hill didn't respond, and I feel like she thought Jaclyn Hill was going to respond because Jaclyn responded when he was dating somebody else. So she thought that if Jaclyn responds, then I get, like, all this publicity. But Jaclyn didn't respond, so then she had nothing. So then I feel so wrong for saying this. But I feel like the Leah Marie Johnson thing got such a huge like so much coverage and so many people talking about it that she decided to pull her own like Leah Marie Johnson stunt where everyone saw her live where she was like, I have nowhere to go and like all this stuff, and she deleted the pictures of John, and then she comes back and is like, oh, I'm posting a video soon, you guys, like I know I haven't posted, so I'm gonna post, okay? Like that's such a like a weird thing, but okay, like you didn't have to go on half crying to tell everyone that you're gonna be posting soon. Like that's just so weird. And then her video that she posts is about Stephanie Sue. So she's trying to get all like, and she posted 2 videos already about Stephanie Sue where she sides with Nick, and then she refers to things in Stephanie's video where it's clear that she didn't watch, and she's just making me so mad because she just is, well, they're both making me so mad because Stephanie is really going through something and they're sitting here like cracking jokes and just trolling everyone, and then Nick is saying like, not Nick, I'm sorry, Trisha is saying that they're fake and they're doing this for views and all this stuff, they're so horrible, when this is exactly what Trisha does all the time. She does everything for views, and she's just, I feel like she's projecting. She's projecting everything about herself onto Stephanie, and I feel like honestly they're all jealous of her. Every single one of them is jealous of Stephanie. That's why they don't like her. They want to be her. They want to have what she has. They want to have the subscriber count. I don't know what Trisha's subscriber count is, but she wants to have the image. I think that Trisha wants to have the image that Stephanie has. She wants to have like the trust from her viewers that Stephanie has, because nobody believes Trisha. Nobody cares. Every time Trisha says something, everyone's second guessing it, but the second Stephanie says something, everyone believes her. So I think Trisha wants that image. Trisha's jealous of her image. Nick's jealous of her money and everything that she has. Hyuni is probably jealous of the same things, her views, her subscribers. I don't know what Hyuni's subscriber count is, but she's clearly jealous of Stephanie. And the other girl, Karlee, whatever, like, I understand that you were being there for your friend. You could be there for your friend without having to talk bad about the other person, without having to make jokes about the other person. That's all I have to say about that. She was so irrelevant to me. I completely forgot that she was part of this, to be honest. But that's my take on it. Thank you if you got to the end. Thank you so much for watching. And have a good day. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe, okay? If you like this video, like, okay? If you didn't like this video, like it anyways. But thank you so much for watching.